destination is Zanus, known as the Planet of Fear.
Planet of Fear, sir?
It was given that name after we opened the new space routes through Talantia.
May I ask why, sir?
There have been unusual disturbances. Radiation of fear emanating from the planet, and it affects all crews. For example, listen to these recordings. Distress signals heard by passing spaceships. Two ships have been sent from Space Rescue Fleet, and both ships crashed trying to answer that call.
And our mission, sir?
Investigate this call for help and find out how and why those two ships crashed.
Two ships went in, Gov.
Yes, that's all it took before they called in the Phoenix.
You did it? Well, you can't do that, Gov. I mean, you've got to have a third person to work for before you can attack any ship, especially the Phoenix.
I have such a person. The owner of this medal. The highest order in the galaxies of space. An Earth hero and Roke's former classmate.
And what's he to you, Gov?
Well, 10 years ago, he escaped a space crash. Today, solar meditation has made him a powerful tool.
He's the one who called for help, then.
And I was the first to answer.
Then where is he? I can't see him up here.
No, I left him on the planet and fed a persuader beam into him while he was sleeping. And if he gets aboard, say, the, Phoenix...
Yes, Gov.
Well, of course, Tommy. Roke must first face the same fears that caused the other ships to crash.
Something wrong, Adam?
Feels a bit hot, sir. Could be the air conditioning.
Normal.
The controller said we would panic.
Because the others did? Being forewarned is forearmed.
I can't get the same reading twice. I know what speed we're traveling at, but it just doesn't compute. 1 minute it's more, the next less.
We're following precisely the same pattern the others did.
What can I do? I checked the nav console 5 times and it's wrong each time.
That's impossible.
See for yourself, sir.
Tina's right, sir.
I can feel the same fear you do. But use your willpower. Force yourselves to overcome it.
Then you do feel it.
Don't show it.
Perhaps that's why I'm captain.
It's from the Planet of Fear, sir. Dead on.
Check all instruments.
All faces back in sequence. And they are, sir. All systems are normal.
Then use them. Lock onto the signals and the instruments will do the rest.
Like playing cat and mouse. Must be so nerve-wracking for them. But they must try to land exactly where our force field is strongest. And for that, they need instruments.
When do we throw in phase 2, Gov? Do I make them do their thing now?
Soon. Wait until the planet comes into closer range of their scanner. Yeah, turn up the volume so we can hear them.
Give me full magnification, Tina.
Screams and hors d'oeuvres go so well together.
Now, Gov?
Captain! Captain, they've gone again. You just can't trust these instruments.
Carl, stand by all manual motor circuits.
Sir, I can't...
Forget the instruments. I'll take it down on manual. Carl, hold motors for vertical descent.
All rocket motors on vertical.
Right, start easing off now.
Closing throttles.
Carl, maintain level closing of throttles.
Level throttles on steady.
Why the buffeting? Any ideas, Adam?
No, except it's not normal atmospheric turbulence.
Yes, you're right. It's very unnatural. Hang on tight. That's better. Your performance deserves some applause, too.
How come you're so calm about it all?
Just as I am. Carl, cut all motors.
Throttles closed.
That's what I call a good landing, sir. We're still alive.
That's more like the Tina I know. You and Carl stand by the ship. Maintain communications, but trust no other readings on the ship circuits. You and I'll see who's calling for help. Who's winning, you or the planets?
Me, by a light year.
What's the first start?
The year 2500 AD. The crew, Captain Roke, Ensign Adam Hargraves, Cadet Tina Kubrick, and their computeroid Cow. Their mission, to maintain peace and to patrol the outer galaxies of Earth's space control. Their constant threat, Platonus, who dreams of ruling the galaxies and, by using his computer through an innocent victim, plans to capture or destroy the Phoenix Five and her crew.
See, Tommy? Roke is so positive. He can use his willpower to make his crew fight against the waves of fear we created. Very frustrating.
All right, don't go on about it.
But he could at least have dented a wingtip when he landed. Peasant. In my day, you had to go to the right school to get into a space academy.
Never mind, Gov. He can't help being born clever.
The stain remains. Now I must check the program for Phase 3. Such a pretty sound. Pity only our man will hear it. But hear it he will, and obey.
I'm certain we're being followed.
Tina, are your instruments working yet?
No, sir, sorry. I've tried Carl, but his search scans aren't working either.
So you can't check if we're being followed? Adam seems to think we are.
And you don't?
I've heard nothing.
Call me when instruments return to normal. Out.
I did hear something.
Use your willpower, Adam.
This planet. As soon as we landed, I knew...
All right. You go ahead. I'll wait here and see what it was. Go on.
Tina, check the sick bay unit.
Checking the sick bay now. Captain, the medical relays are also out of phase.
Captain B. Armstrong. Then, after 10 years...
Ben! Ben Armstrong! Where are you? Ben, I can't see you! Show yourself! Ben!
Don't move. Stay right where you are.
Captain, stop!
Ben, what has this planet done to you? Tina, get his spacesuit and see to Adam. We'd better get back to the ship.
You hear that, Thomas? They'll get him aboard. I arranged the whole thing by withdrawing my persuader power.
That's his maybe, Gov, but you've got to hand it to Roke. He stopped his mate attacking the girl.
Perhaps. But Armstrong has a lot of surprises in store for his old friend.
How about a little preview, eh?
You saw it. The same invisible power that frightened Adam and disturbed Roke will enter the ship with Armstrong. These Magpie bull bones are really delicious. Now, to business. Armstrong on board. My power to destroy the Phoenix will commence the moment Roke tries to help him back to normal life.
That's not very pally.
Why should it be? Didn't I say that solar meditation had given him some powers of his own? Which reminds me. Honors to the victor. Pointless toast, really. Everybody knows that I'm going to win. But we must go through the motions. Cheerio.
Pity the sick bay's out of action. Have you tried all the remedies?
Yes, sir. No improvement, no reactions at all.
Ben Armstrong, Jr. He flew more space missions 10 years ago than any other man.
He's the one who was lost on that mission to Arctic Atlanta. I remember reading about him as a child.
He could outfly any man in the air and outcharm them on the ground. The perfect hero.
Look at him now.
He seems to have had a good effect on you. You're not at all scared now.
Maybe some of his heroism is rubbing off. I feel fine.
Pity you can't do the same for Adam.
Well, that's the best sleep I've ever had.
You fool, Thomas. He's supposed to be wrecking their ship, not healing their crew.
Don't blame me, Gov. Have a butcher's at your persuader circuits.
Will you stop using that Cockney code and speak English?
Butcher's hook. Look, got it? Look at your persuader circuits. See what I mean? You said he had powers of his own, didn't you? And he's using them, isn't he?
Well, he won't be for long. My powers are greater than his. Benjamin Armstrong, Jr., under Persuader influences. Now! That's impossible. He's fainted. All my circuits say he's fainted.
All mine says he's pulling the wool.
What wool?
Over your eyes, mate.
You mean he's trying to fight my forces?
You said he was unusual. He's even beaten you at your own game. His brain power against all the forces you beam right into him.
Yes, he's cut off my persuader circuits completely. Yes, even brought their instruments back.
And you're not worried?
No. Armstrong's been doing his solar homework in the last 10 years, but I began before he was born. He also hasn't got my output. I only have to increase the strength.
You're batting on a sticky wicket, me old China.
Wait until he tries to fight me in the control deck.
After all this time,
He's had a terrible 10 years, sir.
you'll get a hero's welcome. All the public recognize him.
They'll remember his record, sir.
Yes. All your instruments are functioning normally again?
Yeah, during blast off and...
Captain, my instruments, they've gone again.
Switching to manual, Captain.
You take it.
You'll pay for this, Armstrong. Expose me and I'll explode you. All of you will evaporate into galactic dust.
It's a Platonist trick. That isn't the real Armstrong at all.
Oh, it's the real Armstrong. And he wants us to know that Platonus is behind all this. Now that we know who we're fighting, it'll be much easier. But he needs our help, because no one can fight the powers of Platonus alone.
That's why we feel no sense of panic. He's absorbing it all.
Yes, and that's why I didn't feel as much fear as you. Ben and I were as close as two classmates could be. We still are, eh, Ben?
Why can't he speak?
10 years alone in space, no one to talk to. Who knows what he's had to face?
No man goes white at Ben's age. He must have been through such fear that he can defeat its effect on others. That's why he's got Platonus beaten.
Call flying blind a victory, Captain?
You won't be flying blind. You'll navigate to Earth the way the ancient mariners did, by the stars.
Yes, sir.
We don't need instruments to get us home, but we do need Ben Armstrong fit and well. Come on, Ben.
You see, Thomas, we are saved and they are doomed. The one thing Roke will always do is help people. His weakness, our greatest asset. You see, the moment Roke laid his hand on Armstrong to help, our cycle of destruction began. Everything now is automatically released. In 10 minutes, they'll hear the destructive force that will destroy them.
You're not even gonna watch?
Thomas, you know nothing interrupts my after-dinner stroll. Everything is going according to plan.
Ben, let me help you. You've lost nothing of the art of self-defense in the last 10 years. Come on, Ben, talk. Try. Never mind, you did your best. All right, Carl, to the Galaxy Garden with him. Tina, I'll need you to assist. The garden's your speciality.
Right, sir.
They never had galaxy gardens like that in his day. Check the stars, see if Adam wants a new heading. The miracle plants of the universe. Some for cures, some for food. Incredible cures over the last 10 years. If you can stop the destructive elements from entering this ship, we'll do all we can to make you the man I used to know.
Adam, you're doing fine. Drangina is passing dead abeam of us now.
Right, Tina. Holding course.
Well, let's see what plants are going to help you.
Captain, I can't hold her.
What happened?
All power absorbed by Captain Armstrong.
And the force can no longer affect us.
Affirmative.
If you can do that, you can just as easily...
It's all a matter of control. Up here. If you can conquer the mind, you conquer the man. And there is no one in the universe who can master the mind as I do. Come on. Stop that at once.
Not me, Gov. It's your own forces dumping right back to you.
And I must stop them before it's too late. My little craft is not built for such destructive things.
You sure the dangers have left us? And why hasn't your speech returned?
You old space dog, you.
Why didn't you speak before?
Laryngitis?
You haven't changed.
No, still the same Benjamin Armstrong, Jr.
From what I saw on the planet, your condition could have been caused by your diet as well as other things.
The other things. Those I wish to forget. As for my diet...
Wait. Try this.
What for? I feel fine.
Drink it.
You know me. Can't waste time not even on a planet. Yuck. Well, what did you think of my mental bit with Plotinus?
Fantastic.
Meditating for 10 years, did they?
You'd be surprised what a man can create just by sitting and thinking.
Okay, well, enough talking. Give the sap a chance to work.
Well, sir, do you think they'll hand him another medal?
They won't have to hand it to him. He'll take one and pin it on himself.
I'll get a mirror.
No, let's break me in slowly, eh?
Lunch break if anyone's hungry.
Well, seems things are back to normal.
Have fun in Shirl's neighborhood next on 7. Then it's the Cartoon Connection. Team up with Tom and Jerry, Porky Pig and the Flintstones. Every morning, 7's the fun place to be. And don't forget, Ian Turpey's back with more great prizes, fun, laughs and super surprises tonight at 5:30 on The New Price is Right. Now on 7 weeknights at 5:30. Let's all be there.